and then pick it up. Hey guys, welcome back to Ranger Survival and Fieldcraft. I'm Andrew, and because you guys liked my map cut video so much, here are 5 more military land navigation tips, tricks, and hacks in a canteen cup. Stand by. Alright, for our first trick, we're going to use our dog tags. I'm going to show you the right way, then I'm going to show you the fast way on this little trick. Alright, so for sake of argument, let's say we're in the terrain, we're pulling off here at this intersection to get on the hardball. We want to travel down this road all the way until it veers east to this water source because we're going to fill up on water. We want to figure out the exact distance traveled along this road. We know just by looking at the grid squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to be somewhere around 4,000 meters, probably a little over because we have some extra up here in this 5th grid square and the road twists and turns as it heads south toward our water source. Now the right way to do this is to get a piece of paper, straight edge, starting with the corner at our start point. We're going to turn the paper, and then every time the road disappears we make a tick mark, and that's our new start point. And we continue doing this, twisting and turning the paper all the way down the road until we get to our final tick mark. Now, I went ahead and took the liberty of making all the tick marks and measuring out that road. It took me about 2 or 3 minutes to do the entire process and then get the measurement. To get our measurement, we're going to come down to the scale of the map. We're using that top scale because everything is in meters. We just take that index card, place it down here at the 0, and then measure everything out. We're shy of 5K here at the end of our scale, so I made a big mark right here at the 4 for 4,000 meters. And then from there, we take it over to the small scale. Every black and white dot here equals 100 meters. For 1,000 meters because there's 10 of them, and then we just count out those squares until we finish right here at the 7th, and that gives us 4,700 meters, and that's how we found it using the piece of paper method. But we can do the same thing and a little bit faster with our dog tag chains. We need the long chain, so all we're going to do is break the chain off, take off our tags, and put these back in our pocket. Starting with the ball end without the clasp, that'll go on our start point. So take that ball end, put it on our start point, hold it in place, extend this out, and then now all we have to do is put the chain on the road, over top of the road, shadowing it, something like that. From here, all we do is go down to the end, grab where that last ball is, and then pick it up. Now all we have to do is measure it. Alright, so we got our chain. It's going to place it over top of our scale, the same meters scale. With that first ball is going to go right at the 0, and then we're going to count up. We have 1K, 2, 3, 4K, and then we have 5 extra balls right here on the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're just going to pick the chain up, go over to the short scale, and count 5 balls away from our fingers. Make a mark. And that is about 7 right there. Each one of those black and white dashes right there is 100 meters. That is 7. We have 700 meters, so 4,700 meters. We got the same exact measurement with our dog tag chains as we did with the straight edge piece of paper. We found the exact distance that we were traveling down that road. Alright, for our next trick, we're going to need some sort of circular object that we can trace around, as well as a writing stick of some sort, in this case a pencil. And we're going to come down here to the declination diagram on our map. Now, for those who don't know, the declination diagram at the bottom of the map is just indicating the difference between grid north, the straight lines on our map, and magnetic north. And it's about 8 degrees on this map. But with that declination diagram down here at the bottom of our map, we can actually turn this into a viable solar compass for us to use if we need to orient this map if we're without a compass or we don't have any definable terrain features that we can use to actually orient the map. And we prep this ahead of time. We take our circular object, place it right over top, and it's somewhat transparent so we can see through it. And it's got a little dot right at the center of the lid, which makes this great. And we place that right on the center, right here where the angles meet and form that GM angle, and then hold it in place, and all we're going to do is trace a circle right over top and have that outline of that circle. And now that we have that circle, we're going to take a ruler or some sort of straight edge, and all we're going to do is connecting both sides of the circle and keeping it lined perfectly straight with the up and down line here indicating grid north. We're just going to draw a line across, and that's going to give us the top half of our solar compass. Now the grid north is going to be our 12. The line on the left-hand side, or west, is going to be 6 a.m. And then over here at the east is going to be 6 p.m., giving us hours of the day. And then now all we have to do is equally divide this half circle in between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. with 12 here at the top to give us our solar compass. All right, we got a little sunlight. We have our solar compass complete. All we need is the top half, which gives us day. The bottom half would be night if we completed the entire circle. Over here, 6 a.m. going all the way up to noon, and then to the afternoon, it's 6 p.m. What we need to do now is understand what time it is. It's about 1:30. So we take our gnomon, in this case, we're going to use a nail. We're going to place it right at the center where our horizontal line crosses and hits our declination diagram point right there. We're going to put it at the center, hold it in place straight up and down, and now all we do is rotate our paper until it's about 1:30. From here, we can remove our gnomon, keeping the map in place. Double check with our compass, show that it works by lining up the straight edge of our compass with the grid north line that is indicating 12 o'clock on our solar compass, and you'll see that we're oriented north, and now the map is properly oriented. This next trick is going to involve our military Lensic Compass. If we're out in the woods, pitch black, we can't see and we don't have a light source, how do we program in a direction into our compass and then be able to walk in pitch black and find our way and land navigate in the dark? Well, I'm going to show you here really quick. Now, a couple of things we need to notice. Up here, you'll see this illuminated bar. It's part of the bezel ring, the black ring. It rotates counterclockwise and clockwise. Right underneath that, there's a black line. That black line is always going to be straight up and down at the top of our compass up here. And then you'll notice another illuminated bar on our north-seeking arrow, that big black triangle and that illuminated bar. The degrees are the red numbers and the inner circle of our compass face. Now, what we're going to do is rotate our bezel ring in that illuminated bar. For every click of that bezel ring, that's 3 degrees. So every time we rotate it, you'll hear a click. So let's say we needed to go 30 degrees. 30 divided by 3 is 10. That's 10 clicks. But here's the trick. Do we go counterclockwise or do we go clockwise? If the number is smaller than 180, you go counterclockwise. If it's larger than 180, you go clockwise. So because our number is 30 and it's less than 180, we're going to go counterclockwise 10 clicks. All right, count them out with me. All right, that was 10 clicks. Now all we have to do is rotate our bodies while we're holding this compass and align the 2 illuminated bars. The illuminated bar on the bezel ring and the illuminated bar on the north-seeking arrow. And now this black line right here is directly over top of 30 degrees. You can see the 20 on this side, the 40 on this side, and that middle larger red index line that the black line is over is 30 degrees. And as long as we walk where the tip of our compass is facing, keeping both of those illuminated bars touching each other on the north-seeking arrow and the bezel ring, we'll be walking 30 degrees at night in pitch dark, and we can find our way. All right, for this next trick, we're going to need a highlighter and then some sort of flashlight that has a blue light on it. All right, so I picked this trick up from the guys out at the Pathfinder School, my fellow instructors, and Dave Canterbury, and I really like it because it's simple and it's great for bug out and survival scenarios, especially keep track of our escape route, especially a built-up area like this. And so we start at our start point and then highlight the route we're going to take, making sure that we follow it exactly and always prepare. There's no construction or blocked areas, and we can get to everything that we need to very easily and then find our way out. At nighttime when we use our blue light with this, it shines really easy, and it's easy for us to actually count turns, benchmarks, any prominent features that we need to as we move through a built-up area. So we make it all the way to our primary escape route and then out. And here you guys can see in darkness under blue light what that map or that highlighted route is going to look like. All right, for this task, we're going to need a piece of cloth, and we're also going to need a fabric marker. Typically, we want to use some sort of camouflage cloth that we can conceal in our clothing, like a military cravat. That cravat is just a triangle-shaped dressing that we use for a wide variety of medical aid in the field. Today we're going to use yellow so you guys can actually see it, and then we're going to have a fabric marker. That fabric marker needs to have some sort of water-soluble ink or disappearing ink that we can get rid of in case we're about to get captured. So this is a good technique to know, one that we can employ even survival, civilian side, because we can take a piece of cloth like this and with a fabric marker, simply draw out the map, the area we're going to be in. That way we have a backup map with us. So at least we have major terrain features and a way to orient ourselves if we're without our primary map and our primary navigation equipment. And now with that fabric marker, we just drew in a basic map of the area we're going to be working in. There's a lot of information just in this basic map. The best part about using this fabric marker is that all of this ink, if we need to get rid of it very quickly, we can do that just by adding water. We got our map. All we have to do is scrunch this up. See a little bit of the ink on that. We just put this in the water, wring it out, and now our map is gone. Alright guys, well I appreciate you joining me for this short video. 5 military land navigation hacks that we can do with a wide variety of equipment that are applicable not only to military purposes but also for survival and bugging out. I really hope you like this video. If you did like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment in the comment section. I always appreciate your feedback. I want to thank you guys for what you can do for me, for this channel, for your likes, your views, your subscriptions, your comments, your feedback, and your shares. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.